Hello everyone, I hope you are doing well. I'm Rajeris and I want to take a few minutes to talk about how 2024 went for our portfolio and also what are we expecting for this new 2025. I promise to keep it brief and straight to the point. Okay, let's dive in. I think this 2024 was full of challenges but also opportunities to our portfolio. We navigated very volatile markets, but I think thanks to our value investing strategy, we achieved a return of 32.55%, not too bad, outperforming the SP 500 by 9.55%. We also had a beta of 1.14. We can see here in 2024 that we had 9 months positive, 3 negative. I think this is always encouraging because prove the growth of our companies and also the quality of those, right? In the key achievements of this year, I would say that Wise was one of those. In 2024, had a growth of 20.14%, and because it's the core of our portfolio with an almost 23%. This shows the strong conviction in the company and to be part of a significant amount of return from it, it has to be a very concentrated portfolio. If you are worried about the risk, I believe the main risk with Wise is the interest rate cut because we've seen 3 different cuts in 2024 and in September, November, and December. And every time we saw a fall in our wisest shares. I think in this 2025 we can see more cuts from Fed to impose this US economy. And as general rule, a cut of interest rates it's a catalyst of growth. But for Wise, it's quite the opposite because it saw as a reduction of the revenue. But I have to explain that most of Wise's revenue comes from conversion services and money transfers. So I believe this won't affect the core of the business. For instance, technological sector stood out this year while others like retail faced some headwinds, especially with this Chinese economical crisis. Looking ahead to 2025, I feel very optimistic but cautious. I believe Chinese market has to start showing improvements in this year. Of course, the news are always crazy, but I think we can expect from what we know today that the relationship between the President Donald Trump, and the Chinese government, it's kind of getting better, and the market is already showing trust in these Chinese shares. If somehow this relation between the US and China don't get better, we have a big margin of safety in our stocks. The prices are insane. Baba and JD are growing and they are proving that the management is making the right decisions, buying back shares and also paying good amounts of dividends. Either way, we will benefit from this new relation between US and China because we can see here that directly and indirectly we are connected with the Chinese consumer. We have JD and Baba as our main Asian stocks, but indirectly we have plenty of shares that stocks that are related with the Chinese consumer and with the Chinese economy. We have Burberry, Louis Vuitton. The luxury sector is insane. The sales that come from China. We also have Crocs, Games Workshop. So we are very related with this Chinese economy, so I hope that relations get better. Um, then for the US market, I'm very cautious because I'm worried of a overvaluation of the companies. The expectations are insane that the growth of the companies will keep this pace of 30%, 40%, and it's not sustainable on time. So my exposure to US stocks will be low, as had been this couple of years. My focus will be more in Europe and Asia markets, where I think we will see a recovery very soon. Other than that, there won't be any changes to our portfolio in 2025. We will keeping the strategy, and only if I find great deals I will add new companies to the portfolio. As I always say, my priority is find companies with strong fundamentals and long-term growth potential, low debt, a sustainable return on capital employed, and a good amounts of free cash flow. Okay, are we ready for future goals and objectives? Sorry about my English. I'm trying my best to create this content in English for you guys, but I'm really struggling. um, okay, first of all, reach the $75,000 invested at the end of 2025 and $100,000 invested before the end of 2026. This, I believe, it's a conservative goal because our portfolio it's growing insane amounts, but we can see a significant fall in our portfolio in any time. I always remember you that these the stocks are very volatile securities, so I'm very conservative, but this is including a 600 deposit monthly. Okay, second, having absolute double returns in a period of 20 years. This sounds easy, but it's not. So, yeah, I think I will keep it there, like my top goal for these 20 years coming. Okay, my third goal is avoid leverage and stay away from the newest trend. I think the couple of years coming, we will see a lot of innovation from AI. I do believe it's a game changer. However, all of our companies in some degree are implementing AI to their processes, and I'm very comfortable with the current exposure that I have in AI. And the problem with innovation is that the spectrum of time where something is innovative it's very short. We saw ChatGPT being the great leader, and then DeepSeek came, and in one day the market went nuts. We saw a big fall of Nvidia. It was the big leader for a long time, and I believe because our main goal is don't lose money is the fourth one. It is really hard for me being invested in a fully AI related company. However, today Baba shocked me with the announcement of Qwen 2.5 Max. I don't know what else. Super Pro. This is the new AI, better, cheaper than ChatGPT, and also DeepSeek. I think we will benefit from the cloud revenue of Baba with this news, but because Baba it's a holding and there is more behind the business, I'm happy to be invested in Baba in these chaotic times. But other than that, I think my knowledge in technology is not that extensive, so I prefer staying in my circle of competence. And that was all. I have to say that nothing of this is financial advice. I'm only sharing my thoughts on what happened last year and trying to forecast a little bit of what could happen this 2025. But don't take this as financial advice. As I say, this is my personal experience. I want you to make your own informed decisions. I want to say thank you to everyone for following me, for copying me, and for trusting me for another year. I'll keep working hard to deliver strong results and live up to your expectations. If you have any questions or want more details, feel free to reach out. I want to wish you all a fantastic start of the year and a 2025 full of success. Bye!